so it's meant to be below 70 kilos on the day. But it depends who you're fighting. If it's not for a title, they'll do cash weights. Like I'm fighting at 73 for the next one on the day, so
I'd have to cut weight and
yeah, I pretty, to be honest, I fucking don't diet anyway. Like, you know, I diet for like a week and I get down to the weight, and then with the MMA, I do those fucking stupid walkouts then, like, we're recording on it.
Yeah.
Nice one coming along, mate.
No worries, thanks for having me.
Fucking official shit now because Di's not here. It's been a bit of a car crash last couple of weeks, isn't it, with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't gone into room. So, joined this week by Scott Pedersen. We're trying to get on for a while, and we missed you with the.
try to get on for the IMAX, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. And you went on holiday, and and we missed it. So finally got you on, and it comes at probably the right time because obviously you've got some news, didn't you? You're turnover pro.
Yeah, I got my pro debut now in 3 weeks. 3 weeks time, so I'm looking forward to starting amongst it. I'm going to try and get 2 in before the end of the year, 2-0, and then it's going to ball rolling.
What show's that?
It's on the UK Fighting Championship. It's up in Preston. It's just above Manchester way, like, so it's a bit out of the way. But the guy who's one of the coaches for the Welsh team, Aaron Aby, he's like a matchmaker for it. So he asked me when I was out there, when you're looking to turn pro after.
He's from Wrexham, isn't he?
Yeah. He coaches at IPC, I think, his gym up in Wrexham.
Yeah, one of my mates in uni was from Wrexham as well. He trains there as well. Yeah.
It's a good little gym to be fair. Like.
Yeah, they do a lot of the shows with. Is it? Oh, I've gone blank now. But they no, I can't remember. I get punched too much. Like, do you know what I mean?
And you're fucking hungover. Yeah. So, because I know, like obviously Wally. Dino before they were all trying to get you to turn over for a while, and
yeah.
Is it preferred that you're going to be fighting away, or would you prefer to fight at home?
Well, if it was up to me, I don't really mind. I'm not a huge ticket seller. I have I could probably shift about 15 tickets if I'm honest. I've got a set group of mates that come and watch me now and then. But I think that especially for the home sales, if you want to be fighting on the home shows, they prefer ticket sellers. They like Keyjoys, but I think they prefer ticket sellers. But no, obviously, like Wally's got a show now in November, so hopefully be able to get on that as well.
Yeah, 30th event, isn't it?
Yeah. My birthday, my 23rd birthday, so I'll be.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's my 33rd birthday. Fucking old as fuck one. No, but I suppose with yourself, because you fought all over like the world, all over the country, the amateurs, going on the road then isn't. What I find about MMA, like compared to boxing, is like if you go on the road in boxing, you're pretty much going set for a loss. Like, you know,
I see what you mean.
you're a couple of rounds down. If it's a close decision, it's going to be the home fighter. With MMA, because there's so many ways to win or lose, when you go on the road and it's a 50-50 fight, then it's not likely to go to the scorecards for you to be robbed. You're going to probably get like a stoppage. So you got more chance going on the road in MMA than you would like going on the road in boxing.
Yeah, that's what probably does kind of play in my favour. Like I said, I'm not a huge. I don't really. It's my own fault as well. I don't really push it. I don't believe in that type of stuff. I just like fighting. You know what I mean? I like training. I like getting better. And I like fighting. So
yeah, it's hard because
I know the score. Obviously, if you want to start getting like UFC level, maybe I'm gonna have to like pull my finger out when it comes to that stuff. But it's just not me. Like
it's a bit like, and I get it because it is a show. Do you know what I mean? But it becomes more about like a production kind of, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's as if you're on stage fucking acting or something. And I get it, because you want to concentrate on the fight and the training and stuff. You don't want to have to do that extra stuff to make the promoter's job easier.
Yeah, make them happy. Like,
yeah, it's a business, isn't it? It's like it's gone into like a business model where, and I fucking bang on all the time about ticket sales, and how much pisses me off because the fight on the big. Don't get me wrong, like you get to like a level, you get signed to the UFC, you don't ever have to worry about tickets again. The show sells itself. It's hard for them to fight us even like when we were getting tickets off John. It was hard for him to get tickets to give us because the shows were selling up.
Yeah.
So when you get to that level or signed to someone like, you know, Bellator or Brave, you don't have to worry about ticket sales then, and I think that's the goal. But so for yourself then, because it's away, obviously less pressure. Do you know who you got yet? Your match at that?
Yeah, I don't want to butcher his name though. He's an Iranian lad.
I don't want to
butcher his name.
Oh man, I fucking butcher names all the time.
But I've seen him fight. I think he was 4-1 amateur and he's 1-1 as a pro. But good K1 striker, so he's got good kickboxing. Watch over his fights. And the last fight I could see was like 7 months ago, so I don't really want to judge much on that. You can improve a lot in 7 months, so I'm expecting a game opponent. So just
lightweight then, is it?
No, I'd be 66 or fairer.
You dropped me on the fair,
because of the day before. I think
because you're big at 70, you're quite big for a 75.
Well, for 70 on the day, I'm quite big, so I think the 66 will play my favourite more. But
what's your walk around weight?
Well, if I'm being a fat. After holidays, I came back and I was 77 kilos, and I've never walked around into 77 before. I'm normally like 75, but when I'm like fit, training, eating well, like a lot, but well, I'm like 75 kilos. So
fuck yeah,
that's what I prefer to be anyway.
And then you're gonna drop the 66.
Yeah, well, I'm down to like 72 and a half now. It's still 3 weeks away, so
that's within the couple, right?
Yeah. So because some boys, I was speaking to some of the lads over, and he said you want to be like 73 going into fight week, because you want to be able to get back up. So if I went to I did 69 and cut 3 kilos, it would be hard to get past 69 fight night. Do you know what I mean? So pros and cons. I prefer dieting it down and sweat, and then I've done it once or twice. And it's not nice, and you've probably done a few from the way you walk.
You come out looking like fucking death on your way. It's ridiculous.
Well, the thing is, like MMA, because it comes from all the wrestlers done it.
They do it.
Because there's such a big water cut, you've got to do it to have an advantage, because you take it off and it's the strength and stuff in it, and you've got to do it as an advantage, because you're cheating. It's cheating in it, the water, the water manipulation. It's a way of cheating for an advantage, and that's the thing. When I done 65-8 for the common day fight, I fucking died a lot in the fucking sauna. I was screaming at him. I was like, the fight's off. I said, off. And I only had 0.2 to go. I was fucking screaming at him. He had to stand on the door. I said, get out the way. I said, call the fight off, because my head was going up.
It's mad now. You can be in the and I haven't cut loads of weight, but I've been in the sauna, and I've been sauning with my mates who are cutting weight to give them some support, and it's it's a mental challenge, that cutting that type of weight. So it can't play for you, innit, obviously, but it's not a smart thing to do. Is it?
I get it. You've got to do it. I don't like it, and I don't agree with it, because there's no way I reckon no matter how fit you are, you're gonna be as good as you could be if you didn't do it.
I think if you cut less weight and fight on the night, I think it's starting to become a thing a bit more in it, to fight closer to your weight. So you see a lot of lightweights moving up the welter in the UFC, and obviously ONE FC have got that thing where you can't cut weight at all. But
they do. It's the hydration test. They check, see how much water you got in your body.
They'll call it off. See if they know you've been cutting weight, they'll cut the bolt off.
That's the way, because there's always going to be, they used to have all UFC fighters used to go on drips, and they used to see how they weigh.
I've heard about people taking blood out to make weight, and
that's fucking nuts.
And you're fighting the next day, you're trying to get someone's trying to knock you out. It's not better. It is what it is, isn't it?
That's where I reckon you get the brain damage and stuff, because your brain shrinking. It's rattling around inside your fucking skull then, because you're cutting the water, because your brain's fucking more or less water in it. And it's rattling around inside your brain then, so that's where you get concussions and stuff.
Have you seen that film Concussion with Will Smith?
No, I haven't watched it.
It's good. It is about the doctor who found out about CTE, and the way he found it, well, in the film anyway, it was literally a jar with water in it.
Now, dies ringing. We're trying to podcast for you, Mash. We're trying to podcast for you.
Just want to say hello.
That it was.
This is meant to be my co-host, right there. You interrupted. We were in the flow then.
Sorry, mate. I'm on a roof now.
Is that in Magend?
Yeah.
That's where the seagulls are. I can't remember.
How can you fix a fridge on a roof?
Because the ventilation, Sean.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's where that's where the fucking horrible seagulls are now.
Yes. Yeah. Stevie's coming, so I
Alright, that's
the way they found out the damage was he had a tomato or something in a jar of water, and literally he was like, this is your brain, and he started smashing it up, and you could see the tomato disintegrating. And when you look at it in that way and you think, fuck, if that literally represents your brain, and you're thinking, bam, bam, you're taking all them, douche, and it's fucking hitting, and you've seen how much it's deteriorating, that is your brain, that you know.
It's mad, isn't it? But it is.
But why do you still all do it?
Yeah, I know, it's weird. Some people, I don't know.
But I know boys who've like, if you got like an MRI scan for your boxing licence, you're not meant to spar for 2 weeks. And I know boys who failed brain scans because they've sparred and they've got like shadows on their brains.
Is it?
Because and.
But the other thing is with your brain, you know, because it's actually a muscle, isn't it? So the more if you do things that are going to challenge it and learn stuff, like say you're going to, you know, read a book or something or educate yourself in that way, you're still actually growing it, so it can repair itself to an extent. Do you know what I mean? It's not as though, right, you're getting punched, you're going to, that damage is done now, you're going to be completely brain damaged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I reckon if you give it about 30 to 50 years, you've seen like these like stem cell injections you can get to repair like your...
Fuck yeah.
But I would be able to find something for your brain, I reckon.
Well, they reckon Elon Musk reckon he's going to have like a thing where you can put in on your head and it's going to be like interactive Bluetooth for your brain.
So,
yeah. We don't need stuff. The plant. We don't need stuff like that.
So yeah, so you could like, you reckon you'd be able to like download yourself into servers and shit.
Yeah, but that's gonna fucking take all your brain data, isn't it? Like fucking social media takes all your other data. Imagine your brain, like your dirty thoughts. Your missus is gonna be fucking. You're walking down the street like, well, your missus. I know what you just did. Fuck.
Why are you looking around?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. What are we talking about? What are we going on that?
I don't know.
Weight cutting.
Oh, weight cutting, yeah. So, just come back from the IMAX, mate, as well. When was that? Last month or so? The month before?
June,
was it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Flying by, innit? Where was that? Italy, that wasn't it?
Italy, yeah. Rome.
So, silver medal?
No, I took bronze. I got robbed in my gold medal match, which was a bit disheartening at the time. Like, you've been in those situations, you know, when you... I feel like at the end of the fight, you know if you won or lost.
Yeah.
You know? And I was confident. I was like, right, yes, I'm fighting for gold tomorrow. Landed. And then he just raised his hand, and I was just like, for like a good hour or two, I was just bitter and just was unhappy. But it is what it is. The fight game in there. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. On a close decision, like. But yeah, brilliant experience all in all. Like, I fought like an Austrian boy, a lad from Denmark, a Spanish lad. Do you know what I mean?
That was the Europeans, wasn't it? You've been to the Worlds as well?
I've been to the Worlds, yeah.
Where was that? Bahrain, wasn't it?
That was Bahrain, yeah. I was 21 out there. That was a good experience. I ended up losing to a gold medalist again in the first round, but he was like a 27-year-old American wrestler.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's cool, man, because like I'm not going to get to see that in Britain. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm 22, but 27 amateur and they bouts alone. And I've experienced a lot, so I think going into pro now is when I'm really going to shine. Like, so.
Yeah, you've done it right. Like, I see fucking, it's mad. You see like some of the army MMA boys now, and they're like, yeah, I'm 5-0. You're an amateur. Like, you're meant to be like in boxing. Like, I knew what my record was up until I got to about my 20th fight, and then I had no clue what my record was, and we were just fighting like week in, week out, and it's just learning.
That's the blueprint. Obviously, you can't really do that, I suppose, with boxing and MMA because maybe it's more damage on the body. I don't know, but like you look at the best boxers, like Lomachenko, like 300, 400 amateur bouts, isn't he? You know what I mean? So I think it will boost me a bit. But yeah, that was my like fourth. And I thought I was young at the time. I was probably turning pro at 20.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to have 2-3 more years experience fighting good level lads.
So when did you start? Like when did you get into it?
I started amateur boxing when I was 9, and then I amateur boxed through till I was 13. I got to the Welsh ABA finals twice, and like the second time again, it was like I was getting a bit bored of it. I wanted to try something new. Then I went to kickboxing. Kickboxed then until I was about 16, 17.
I know I've sparred you in Wally's gym. When you were young as fuck.
Yeah, that's because I was kickboxing.
This is what I mean. Because when he's saying like, how old are you now?
22.
Yeah, when he's saying 22, I'm like, fuck, you give me a hiding. Like 5 years. What the fuck? Some 13-year-old kid back at me.
It's got a fucking time machine.
Yeah.
No man, it's sick. But then Wally, I started training with Wally at KDB gym.
Yeah.
When I was like 16. Started fighting K1 then, and then he said to me, do you want to do like an MMA fight? And at the time, because I was like young, there was no punches to the head. You had a kick to the head standing, and there was no ground and pound. So the normal thing to do when you're fighting, especially like you drilled into, is to throw the jab, and I was just jabbing this boy in the head, and I kept pinging him back, and I was like, oh sorry, because we couldn't do it. So he ended up like taking me down, and I was like wrapping on the triangle the wrong way, and I probably would have got a finish there. And then we got elbow to the body, so I mounted him at this point, and I was just like elbowing him to the body. And the referee was like, to him, or do something, I'm going to stop the fight. I was like, fucking wait, I'm going to TKO or not? And then he just explodes up and I fall off. There's like 10 seconds left, and I throw an egg kick and drop him. So it is me thinking I won by egg kick. I ended up winning by like unanimous decision. But that was mad. I was 16, I was in some little like, this mad little, I don't even know what it was, like the cage was in some quiet room, there was people like, as there was like tiers so you could go up and people were like screaming and out, just crazy.
Oh, it wasn't an adrenaline show, was it?
No, it was up in Bridgewater, it was.
Oh, was it?
Was that like when no one quite knew what the amateur rules of MMA were?
Yeah, it was like we had to like agree upon it on the day and that. It was like,
yeah,
right, you can do this, we can kick the head, like we can't do that, and it's like...
I can remember I fought, I went up to Stoke when like John was running like the Predator fight team. And it was a semi-pro fight, so it was like all normal stuff. It's just normal MMA gloves, just no headshots on the ground.
Yeah,
so I can remember being like in the guy's guard and being like, "What do I do?" Like, so I hadn't any subs on fucking me, and I was like, "What do I do?" Like, and but yeah, like they didn't know the rules. Like you've had some people, and yeah, Marley was the same. He fought on Chris's show in My Steg. You know, he done that one up there and it all kicked off all over the car. Yeah. Man was sparring this, fighting this guy, and the guy come out and he had his hands down because there was no headshots. And Marley jabbed him to the face, and the ref stopped it. And Marley apologised for that, and the guy was like, "Oh, it didn't hurt anyway." It was like, what a fucking thing to say, like. But yeah, that is mad because like now, the way the amateur MMA scene is, you know, they got like pretty much universal rules.
Yeah.
They've got big tournaments. It's like the boxing where, like in the Welsh Championship, they've got 2 rings, and you know the guys are fighting all the way through. And you know the IMAFs and the Worlds, they're doing the same.
It's a good platform. What I find it mad though is like there's some countries out there, like some nations who only fight for like fighting for your country seems a big thing. So like they get funded to fight in these IMAFs and they're getting paid like to train and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So they're like pros, but they're fighting at amateur.
That's what the Swedish teams
are.
Like.
Yeah, you are fighting like professional level athletes out there, which is I think if you can start beating them boys, that's another like you should be going pro like. But they'll stay there rack 3-4 world championships before they might not even turn pro. Do you know what I mean? So
it's the Cuban boxing team. They're not allowed to be pros.
Communist country that is, isn't it?
How's it?
Yeah, can't because in like communist countries we all have the same wages, in you.
Yeah.
So you're not allowed to turn professional. That's why all the Cubans escape to like America and stuff. Because that's why like you never used to get like Eastern European boxers because they were all like under USSR rules. So it was all communism like.
Oh right. Okay.
So as soon as fucking the Soviet Union fell down, you got like all the Klitschko's fucking dominating Lomachenko and all that. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I didn't know because of that.
Where did you start? Where were you boxing out of then when you started boxing?
Puffco and Pile Puma as it was called, down in Puffco, because that's where I grew up as a kid.
Alright.
And Obi Lewis, I don't know if you know him, he's older than he was, but yeah, he was a mad old guy, he was class. But yeah, I started just because I seen some boys in primary like bullying other boys. I just didn't want to get bullied, like, so I thought, fuck, if I just do something now. And they just took up all my time, like, I was there 5 nights a week. I wasn't the best amateur boxer, man. Like, I was like win one, lose one, win one, lose one, but it was just, I enjoyed going. Kept me out of trouble and drugs and all that shit. So yeah, no. And then it just developed and just snowballed. So yeah, quite chuffed like the way I am now.
Yeah, it's fucking. I think like doing like sports as a kid is fucking so important. That's why like I got my daughter straight into dance, so she's got like something to do because
they've got choices then. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like at the minute, fucking kids are just fucking sat on iPads and stuff. You've got to fucking get them out and about. Like anyways. It does my head, and like if they say, "Oh, can I go on the iPad?" Say, "Right, you've got an hour," and then it's going off. You go.
Yeah, it's better to limit it like that. Yeah.
And like if they want to go down the park, we'll go down the park. And if they want to go at the back and play, go at the back and play. Don't stop them doing that because otherwise it's turning fucking brain dead zombies.
Yeah, 100%. I think like I find it mad. I think like sometimes my generation is the last generation of going out and just being like just doing stuff and it
playing
around, just being little fuckers. Like everyone's just.
But you got like. There's so much money in like esports now. You don't do sports. I think the FIFA Fortnite World Cup.
Oh yeah, they're getting paid loads.
There was like $3 million prize.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
You see why they play. See why they stay in.
I never played Fortnite. We played Fortnite.
No.
Did we play that?
I played it. But it's hard. Like you got some people bash it. Like you got to play it to be good at it.
Yeah, I can't do online. Like I like
Call of Duty, I struggled enough with, you know, fuck it.
It gets frustrating, man, when you're playing there, like, especially with the boys and you get murdered. And stuff. I fucking hate playing the UFC game. Do you know, I know it might be a bit of a fucking, like, coggy thing to say, but do you know if one of the boys that don't fight and they smash me on there, it's like, oh, I don't know why, I just can't hack it, man. I'll play you no more. And if I win, like,
fuck it, let's have a real fight then.
no, you get like fucking. Like you're playing like FIFA online and then some fucking 9-year-old from fucking Azerbaijan will like beat you 1-0 and then they'll message you and I go fucking nuts and the fucking controller across the room smash like that. My brother was fucking now I go with this Scottish guy who fucking back and forth. You know, it's just childish, you know, and like I'm a grown man, like and it's upset me for
you get involved.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Go on. Yeah. So went from the amateur boxing, so you won one IMAF bronze, is it?
Yeah, IMAF bronze.
Cage Warrior Southwest title on it?
Yeah, I've got that.
Adrenaline title?
Yeah, the Adrenaline lightweight title. I've got the Made for the Cage featherweight title I won. And I've won the British K1 kickboxing championship as well.
Yeah, didn't you fight for the European kickboxing as well?
No, I was meant to fight for that. Because basically what they'd done, they had the two boys fight for another title I already had. And then I was meant to fight for K1, but it just hasn't come around yet because I've been busy with MMA.
Yeah.
I don't know what the score is now because with the K1 there was no shin pad, it was 5-2, so I think it's still classed as amateur. So if I go pro now, obviously you've got to go pro K1. I think I might just focus on purely on the MMA now.
Yeah, it's mad. Like, it's like I said when we first started doing like the MMA, it was like pro or semi-pro. So you had a pro fight, and then you kind of like I. Up in my grappling game now, so they were like, everybody's like, yeah, we're going to enter grips. I'm like, yeah, I want that. You got to go in the blue belt category.
Yeah, I know, it's mad.
Yeah, because you're a pro, like.
I said, I'm a white belt.
It's not like you're no, you're not lifting them right. You start piecing them up on the mat. Like, I was like,
no, I'm a white belt though. I said, yeah, you're going to blue belt level. I'm like, there could be like blue belts in there who nearly purple belts. They're going to fucking.
No, it's true. There's a lot of sandbaggers as well. Some of these comps, like they're like.
What were that? Like people who hold back on.
Yeah, so there'd be like a purple belt just smashing all the blue belts. I don't know what that does for some people. They just like winning, and it's like.
Yeah, it's like I've been offered like to box on shows and like just like a made up title. And I'm just like, I don't really want that because I know it's not fucking winning something.
Yeah.
And it's the same. Like if they know that they should be like fucking purple belt and they smash all blue belts. It's a false fucking victory now, you know, you don't want to fucking...
I think everyone, you know yourself, you know when you start getting to a level then you should want to go to the next to push yourself, and then some people just have to be posting on the ground and they're winning everything left, right and centre.
So all the training you're doing at man down CRA and obviously you come up to KGB.
Yeah, I've been going obviously full time at Chris Reese Academy. Been coming up to KGB on a Friday, been doing bits down to Larry Combat as well. Sparring with the boys down there and wrestling with the boys down there. Got some good coaches, obviously Carl Parker, Shaky, good Wally's kickboxing, then you got Chris, so I put a lot of effort into this for lead up to this fight, as I do every fight really, but I know it's mad because I think it's pro, I feel like I'm up a notch, so it's just...
Because like a lot of people like Ricky Wright to me, well he's probably said this to you on the MMA World podcast, boo. But he says like when he's watching you in the amateur, it always seems like you run out of time.
Yeah.
So like you might be better suited to the fight.
I genuinely think that's true because especially the last couple of fights, like these 3-minute rounds are flying by, and it feels like it's a race. It's a race to score first. It's a race to get a takedown. Do you know what I mean? It's like with like a pro, you can just. So you can slow things down a bit, and you set stuff up for the later rounds and stuff. So I think that will play in a benefit.
I find like even like when you get accustomed to it, I remember when I was training for MMA, like 5-minute rounds, going from like a 3-minute round boxing to a 5-minute round MMA, because my grappling wasn't up to scratch as well. I was like tired, I was like, fuck, this round's lasting forever. Now, you seem to like get in like a rest or something, and then like 2 minutes the round's gone. So
that's the thing, see, like you can defend a takedown, and that could be a minute and a half, do you know what I mean? Do you know how much fight, you've lost that round then, you haven't took you down, but you've got to defend it, do you know what I mean?
It's mad, because like, you're like on the floor and you get up and then it's like last 30, you're like, what, fucking 4.5 minutes